Well, there may have been an uptick in travel to and from South Africa, but that doesn't mean our national carrier is happy. The National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa, alongside the South African Cabin Crew Association members, are picketing outside the head office of South African Airways today, and they're highlighting the problems with the new airline. Staff members say many of the old airline's problems have been carried over to the new airline. Let's cross back to reporter Heidi Giokos for more. Heidi, some of the complaints that we were hearing earlier were about payment and going forward. What's happened since?
Yes, Annika, so a number of issues have been put on the table by NUMSA together with the South African Airways Cabin Crew Association. They are indicating that while management and executives got a salary increase, workers got a 35% salary cut. They're also highlighting the fact that there are about 300 workers that were placed in a laying off training scheme, and they were supposed to be absorbed as soon as positions opened up at SAA. And according to NUMSA and SAA, those who were actually retrenched and got voluntary severance packages are now being called back to be appointed in these positions. So NUMSA and SAA are saying this is completely unacceptable, and it seems as though problems that they highlighted when the airline went into business rescue in 2019 are still creeping up and have not been dealt with. What's also interesting here is that NUMSA and SAA are rejecting the board and the management of SAA, saying that even though they are newly appointed, they are not hearing the needs and demands of the workers. They have specifically pointed to the CEO of SAA, saying that he has not been forthcoming or has not had an open door policy to engage with the workers and the labour unions with regards to certain issues. So this is why they've decided to picket outside SAA Airways Park. The workers that you are seeing are workers that are not at work today. They are not scheduled to be working, and this is why they've been able to picket. But NUMSA and SAA are saying that they will not back down, and if it must come to being a full-blown strike, they will do so unless their demands are met. They will go back to the drawing table and decide whether or not they should go on a strike.
Heidi, you've reached out to SAA management. Have you had any response?
No, Annika, we have not had any response as yet. What's interesting is that we know at about 11 o'clock the memorandum is supposed to be handed over to SAA management. We haven't seen any SAA management as yet. In fact, the gates behind me have been locked since about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning when that picket was supposed to have started. So we'll just have to wait and see if SAA will respond to this and whether or not they will engage with the media as to some of the issues that have been raised, because they are quite concerning. This is supposed to be a new revived airline that's supposed to be uplifting workers and being the new airline in the markets, the national carrier. So hopefully we'll get a response from SAA management with regards to these issues.
All right, thank you. That's Heidi Giokos outside South African Airways HQ.